Hello everybody, and welcome to Wounded Healer Tarot. My name is James, and I'll be doing your reading today. This particular reading is a collective reading, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for those who need it. Alright, so I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. I got a new Oracle deck not too long ago that I have not used yet, so I was feeling like taking it out for a little spin here. Alright, so here for the overall energy we have Golden Empress, Jewel of Abydos, that represents potency, confidence, and magnetism. Let's see. Golden Empress. Once mortal, upon death, the Golden Empress demanded and won audience with the gods of Dwat by passing the trials entirely. Charismatic and confident, she made her case for her service in life, as a queen and as the embodiment and representative of the gods in the world, and the glory and worship that she brought to the keepers of Dwat in life. Swayed, they created her a demigoddess, and she gathered her own empire of loyal followers to add to the power of the pantheon. The Golden Empress embodies sheer confidence and potency, to think on all that we have accomplished and to present your best self, particularly when addressing those in positions of authority. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck here, we have Poet of Avon, the storyteller, representing fame, stagnation, and pride. Let's see. Hopefully it gets into focus. The Poet of Avon clings too closely to his previous existence, both unable to forget his former achievements and unable to do anything but continue to replicate them. He eternally retreads the same ground he did in life, producing works for eager audiences who fuel his creative expression by feeding his ego with applause and encores. The Poet of Avon teaches us that fame and adulation can be both reward and chain, and that one can use one's creative spark to feed oneself temporarily, but mind to look after spiritual food as well. So I'm getting this to be as a sort of like warning, okay? Not to let this Golden Empress energy get to your head. Yeah, because I'm getting the vibe that this is asking you really to, like, make sure that you're not just focusing on yourself, you know, not just focusing on major accomplishments, like, not, that sounds bad. Like, don't let your pursuits, essentially, your successes and stuff like that get to your head. Because that's how you forget, essentially, where you came from. And you become a version of yourself that is not really you. You want to stay in this Golden Empress energy, with this confidence and magnetism, potency. Jesus, these cards are flying. Okay, so with that in mind, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Sun, the Three of Cups, and the Three of Swords. Now I'm rather curious, Because I'm getting the vibe here that, you're essentially making room, or you're going to be making room for, like, genuine happiness, genuine joy in your life. And I feel like a part of that with this Three of Cups here is going to be spending time with friends, going out partying, enjoying your life. And with the Three of Swords, I feel like that's something that you're leaving behind, like all this heartbreak, betrayal from people in the past, like that's done and over with. You're not letting that get in your way anymore, which makes sense because at the bottom of the deck here we have the Page of Wands, which represents like a new exciting adventure beginning. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and what is that last one? The Chariot. And this is all at the bottom of the deck. Hell yeah. With the Wheel of Fortune here, your luck is changing, and that's because of you. Decisions you're making, actions you're taking that are gonna influence this Two of Cups. It's like energetically you're attracting it towards you because you're becoming the person that you would want to be with here. And again, that makes that Ten of Pentacles pretty fucking rad, because that's building and leaving a legacy. That is creating something that's going to provide for you, your family, for years and generations to come. This is something very long lasting. And with the Chariot, that's giving me the vibe that this shit is going to happen like with the quickness. Once the ball starts rolling, them dominoes are just going to be going over one by one. Alright. What is this? The Ace of Cups, man. That's self-love, self-care. Pour into you before you pour into anybody or anything else. Because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Man, I'm loving this so far. This is great energy. Five of Wands. Yeah, it's like that focusing on yourself, pouring into yourself is going to ruffle some feathers here. It's going to cause some drama with some people. Because, it's sad to say, but, with the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, like, there are people that you're going to have to leave behind because they're not going to be happy for you when you're doing better and taking care of yourself and not pouring more into them like you used to. Like, I'm getting major, vibes of drawing boundaries, and not just drawing boundaries, but continuing to enforce them, because then we also have this, Knight of Wands that came out after that Five of Wands, and I'm getting that you're going to be pursuing things here that you're passionate about, and you're not going to let these people and how they feel stop you. You're not letting anybody tell you how you should live your life, what your life should look like, what you should be doing. I'm getting major independence here. Yeah, Seven of Swords and Page of Cups. It's like, that you have to be strategic here. Because you're gonna be really embracing your inner child, or even not even just embracing your inner child, but you're gonna really be in your inner child energy. Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're gonna be at a point, essentially, and I love that this is underneath the Ace of Cups. You're gonna be in such a state that you're gonna have quite a bit of emotional maturity, emotional balance, even when in the most, what what it's worth. I don't feel like unbalanced is the word. I feel like there might be another word for that. But it's like, when you're in situations that would usually make you very emotionally unstable, you're really holding your ground. You're really, doing it. You're staying super emotionally stable in the rocky times. But then now here we have the Knight of Pentacles. I apologize for that sound in the background. It'll be interesting to see how loud that is in the video. Because I just, for my birthday, that was on the 14th, I got myself the DJI Mic Mini to really upgrade my audio in my videos. So I'm curious to see how well that held up with the noise cancellation feature, essentially. Alright, but yeah, with the Knight of Pentacles, this has been a slow-moving journey, but with the Six of Swords here, you're moving on, you're moving forward, and you're going into the sun there. And at the bottom of the deck, Four of Wands, stability in the home, stability in life, maybe even stability in a partnership if there is one. Two of Swords. Yeah, you're gonna get to a point where you have to make a choice. You're gonna have to make a decision on something here. Tell me, what's this Two of Swords about? What do we need to know about this Two of Swords? What is this decision you have to make? Ooh. The Lovers, just as we had that Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. What? Oh man, there's definitely a choice that's going to need to be made in love here, because something has really been weighing heavily upon you. But there's also going to be major completion, because at the bottom of the deck here, first we have the Empress, which to me is your energy, especially with this Golden Empress being out here for that overall energy. And then we have at the bottom of the deck the Ten of Wands, Ten of Cups, and the fucking Star. Dude, what? You're putting down the burdens and the bullshit, and you're gonna be, moving towards creating a family with somebody. Let's see. Yeah, and with Justice under the Empress, I'm getting the vibe that this is speaking about how, everything happens for a reason. Everything has happened or been happening the way that it was supposed to, with who it was supposed to, when it was supposed to. That's giving me major, divine timing energy. And with the Fool, fuck yeah. I'm getting that you're going to be taking the lead. You're going to decide to go for it. Or go for whoever this individual is that is being represented by the Lovers here. Let's see, is there anything else the collective needs to know at this time? Ooh, King of Wands. There is gonna be, as we're talking about a lover, we have the King of Wands, he who is wholeheartedly genuine, authentic, passionate. Alright, let's see. Yep, and then we have the Moon. I feel like both you and this King of Wands are going to be moving forward into the unknown. Neither of you are going to know where this is going or how it's going to end. But with the Chariot, I'm getting that things are going to move rather quickly once you guys do connect. The Devil. Watch out for toxic traits, toxic habits. And that's not to say, that you or this individual can't have toxic traits or habits. Just be conscious as you are connecting with this King of Wands individual. be conscious of yourself, your habits, your toxic qualities, and as well as this individual. Like, I'm getting that you both here with this Devil card need to really be conscious as you are moving forward. And I'm getting the vibe kind of because with this Chariot, it's going to be moving quickly. It's, it's easy to get swept up into things and be sort of blinded. So I feel like the Devil is out here just to ask you to, just stay aware, stay conscious of any toxic traits or any, toxic habits so that you can correct them, work on them, heal them. Now we have the High Priestess. Yeah, I'm getting that, you're going to be very connected to yourself, to the universe. So it's going to be easy for you to pick up on these signs and synchronicities and things of the like. Because again, with justice, divine timing, you're going to understand that all of this is happening as it's supposed to, when it's supposed to, with who it's supposed to. And with the Star, I'm getting that, you're definitely going to be conquering certain demons here. Six of Pentacles, a gift from the universe. Equal give and take. Oh! We have the Emperor here. This, I was definitely getting the vibes of a divine counterpart situation here. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I'm getting the vibe that with this individual, you're not going to have any more sleepless nights. They're not going to have you filled with anxiety and questions. They're not going to be doing things that are going to make you feel like you need to question them. They're not going to be doing questionable things. I feel like this person is going to be very open and very honest with you. And, you guys are going to be able to create something really stable because you're both authentic, honest, and open with each other. Now, at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Four of Wands, Temperance, and the Ace of Pentacles. So, this individual here, they could really be, you guys are definitely going to be building something together, maybe even moving in together, building a home together, a stable foundation here. And with Temperance and the Ace of Pentacles, I'm getting that, you guys, it's going to take, to have patience while you're building this and waiting for this person to make an offer, essentially. Because it is going to happen. But with justice, again, divine timing. Just keep doing what you're doing, keep focusing on yourself and working on yourself, and this will come in. Alright, these are the messages that I have for you at this time, and I do hope they serve you well. Be gentle with yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.